Sometimes I wonder about certain things. Sometimes I have questions that need to be answered. But the question still remains. Who can I go to? Who can I speak with? And who can advise me? Time with the elders is an untold story about our parents. It's also a moment when we get to sit down and listen to them and speak with the older generation as well. In this way, we are able to gain knowledge, information, advice, and to be educated on certain things that we have not yet gone through. Join me this and every Saturday on YouTube at 7 p.m. Destiny Broadcasting Network. Time with the Elders is brought to you by Destiny Covenant Partners, Destiny School of Ministries, and Destiny Pilgrimage Tour. If you have unanswered questions, please send us an email, a message on WhatsApp, or put it in the comment section and we will respond to you. Thank you, and let's make it a date.
Man is a student. Yeah. And he's bought me a ticket. And that's the time he calls me Odoyo. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Yes, Odoyo. To all our social life in housing. Some of them don't know my name. They call me Odoyo. Maybe the devil from the outside want to break the marriage. Whatever.
Yeah.
So they have to go. My auntie, my son, and my husband had to go to Ghana like November 1989. But I was working there then, but the accountant I was working with in Wembley refused to let me go straight away. I have to recruit somebody to replace me.
Yeah.
But that was the time we were trying to come out from the manual system to computerized system. And this man taught me so much.
Oh, so he invested so much in you. Yeah.
Yes. And like he lives in Kent. So I would go to the workplace on Saturday just to learn the computer system. So I was like something to him. So he said, recruit somebody into your place.
Oh, wow.
So I have to wait till going to Ghana in December. My husband went in November, not knowing her sister has followed.
Wow, that means his sister didn't really like you.
They don't, because the Ashantis don't like guns.
Oh.
The guns, we are like, you know, my parents would invest in my education. Like Tony Blair said, education, education, education. Yeah, and not knowing, she didn't even go to school. But because I'm a guy, I was forcing myself to stick true to her. Because I went to school in Cape Coast.
Cape Coast, okay.
So I didn't know she didn't go to school. It's like a competition.
This is the diversity.
Yes, and he was telling me, oh, you are too good for my brother.
Oh.
And I kept saying, what is this?
Yeah.
I not knowing that they are not educated.
Oh, so she didn't want you for her brother because she thought you were much of a higher class than...
Not a class, like, it's like something spiritual.
Wow.
Because she is older than the brother. And you can see me, we doing things together, you know, blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
So like he wanted an Ashanti man for the brother. But I didn't know these tribalistic things, you know. Because I went to boarding school all my life, straight to this country.
Yeah.
From boarding school to this place. So that is it. And I had to get to Ghana in December 1989.
Yeah.
Then, so I came to 2000, 89. The following year, he said, go to London and finish with your ACC. I got my final today. I said, what? I thought I have to settle down, blah, blah, blah. And be a Ghana Telecom, gave me a Pajero. We went to Ghana with 2 cars, Mercedes and BMW. Not knowing that the sister, I've got a woman for my husband.
Your husband.
And he told me later that, that woman, when the sister was introduced this woman to my husband, he said, no, I don't want any more children. I've got enough. I don't want any more women.
Yeah.
And understand it was a big thing. So when they made me come to this country, one of the brothers said, no, Auntie Sheila, you have to go back to Ghana. Because our sister is giving my husband another woman. I said, wow. I don't want to know anymore.
Wow.
I don't want to know. Because one of the advice we were giving Wesley girls is, even if you have a husband,
Yeah.
then say to yourself, how many children can I look after if I have no husband? If I'm a single parent, if you can look after two, fine, have two. If one, have one. So unfortunately, by the time I came back, 89, 90, I was pregnant.
Oh. Wow.
So I was like a single mother, inverted commas.
Yeah.
Because we had a house in housing. We have to sell the house to build a hotel in Ghana. So he's telling me, for me to change money to bring it to you, because that the city was so exotic.
Yeah.
You have to change so many cities to get the pound. Yeah?
Yeah.
Just look after the children. Yeah? And I'll put the money in
The hotel.
hotel and other things. Luckily, because my mommy was here, and I've done some nursing,
Yeah.
I went to an old people's home just to give medication. A care home. So for Monday to Friday, I'm an accountant. Friday evening to Sunday evening, I'm a nurse.
Wow.
So that's what I'm saying. When they refused me coming to this country, it was a blessing in disguise.
Guys. Yeah. Wow. That's very interesting. I'm sure you're glued.
And another thing was that I don't believe you telling the children, go to bed, you are watching television. Yeah. And I am an early person. I study in the early hours. So at 8 o'clock, I put the television on, we all go to bed. I get up at 3 o'clock.
Start studying.
1 hour prayers, because that's the time I was in, you know. Then 2 hours to 6 o'clock, I will be studying. 6 o'clock, I will cook for the children. Because I've lived with them for so long, they can't eat McDonald's and all these things. So I have to cook. Then go to work.
Wow. That's very interesting.
Even now,
Yeah.
I can't, because I get up at midnight to study, to pray.
To pray.
So I go to bed the same time.
8. Yeah.
Or 9, and get up at midnight to pray.
Yeah.
Because it has become part of me. And my son had a stroke on 31st.
Last year.
Yeah, this is the last year, 31st.
Yeah.
So let's say this year, he was being operated on 1st January, 2 p.m. 2 a.m. While we were doing the all-night service.
Yeah.
So I have to call my friends in America, because America was 5 hours
Different.
Yes. So they started praying. So when they were pushing my son to the theater, that's when Apostle called. So he was being prayed over. He just came from the hospital this Monday. Yeah. And I told God, this third hospital is gone. He should come out for Easter.
Yeah.
And now, if you look at him, you don't know he has gone through that surgery. He's walking everything. The only thing is that he is at the 3rd floor. So, climbing the steps.
It's a bit challenging.
But when he was brought on Monday, before we took his things from the ambulance, he has climbed over.
Wow. Praise be to God.
And the thing is, it made me give another perspective that what God said. If you kneel down, cry over it, He will hear your prayer.
Apostle Dr. Justice Kofi Annan is raising 100 covenant partners to support the kingdom business. Destiny Covenant Partners. To help support, you can give monthly donations of your own choice from one-on-one prayers with Apostle. Become a partner, please call or WhatsApp +44 753 400 1031. Partnership in the Gospel of our Lord Jesus Christ. Mark 16, verse 15.
Wow. Wow. So let's dive right into your Christian life.
Yeah.
So you're saying you wake up at 3 a.m. every day to pray because...
No. I wake up at 12 to 2.
12 to 2
to pray. 3 o'clock is when I was studying.
Yeah. Wow. So when, because I knew you grew up in a Methodist church background. So when did you become born again? When did you give your life to Christ?
Yeah. I was before I went to secondary school.
Okay.
And the thing is, we have to go to church. It's compulsory. Yeah. That is at 11 to 12. Then after lunch, we have to go to Christian Union. Yeah.
Okay.
And the thing is, we got a pathway between like old houses, yeah. So I'll be holding my Bible, going to Christian Union, and then people will be shouting, "Hey, hypocrite!"
Oh,
Because I mean they are joking.
Yeah.
Like we have to go. Entertainment is you have to be there. If you don't go to entertainment on Saturday, which means you can run away from blah blah blah. So it's compulsory. Yeah. And my friends, you know, our class is notorious. They come with all these songs, you know. So I will be dancing very well on Thursday. Yeah. Sunday morning we are forced to go to church, but scripture union is optional. And I will be holding my Bible, and they will be saying, "Hey, mercy, hypocrite." And I will say, "Give to Caesar what is Caesar, and to God what is God." You know.
True.
So I never lose hope with my Christian. And before I went to the secondary school, like women fellowship, we had girls fellowship, like what you are doing now. So they grounded us into the Christian life. And sometimes, though we are in Cape Coast, Accra is in Cape Coast, like London and Birmingham. People come from the church to visit us, how we are doing in the secondaries, in the boarding schools. And so I've never lost my God, the pathway. Even this Watch Night service, 2022, 21, 22, that was the only Watch Night service I remember not going. I remember not going. Wow. You know, but I've never, like Romans 8 says, what shall separate us from the love of God, you know? I have this thing where they said, I'm a hypocrite. Then I'll say, give to Caesar what is Caesar's, and to God what is God. Entertainment is compulsory. You have to go.
Yeah.
And it's a girls' school. So it's nothing drastic.
Yeah.
And even then, people will not go, and this is why people will be chasing them around the school. And they're not going to school because these are Methodist missionaries. White people are not going to school. They can sack you. You can go home straight away for not going to church.
They're very strict about it.
Very strict. Because don't forget, this missionary, I mean, the latest headmistress, when I went to Wesley Girls, it was from Oxford. Beautiful woman. And I thought the parents were very, very rich. And he stayed there for like 25 years.
Wow.
So I've never lost touch with my faith. And when we come to the Lombard, we usually go to Christian camps. During that time, most of the secondary schools are also closed. So like we go to Accra Girls, you know.
Wow. So we all know that as a Christian, usually we'll face some challenges in life. What some challenges you faced as a Christian that has evolved your faith, that has made your faith grow?
That's the example I gave you with my husband. And also, when I was doing my final, I went to work at Women's Aid, you know, where women who are battered go, and it's like a safe house, And don't forget, it's not accounting, it's like bookkeeping, So I went to Enfield Women's Aid, and I was doing Enfield Women's Aid, and what is this people? And another Boris Women's Aid, and though they ran away from their husbands or husbands are beating them, now that they are working, they send themselves to other things. Women going with women, blah, blah, blah. Because I don't want to be in that class, you know, I was like minimized. And also we had 5 managers, me being one. And the accounts you're doing there is like, it's not accountancy, but because I was trying to finish my finals, so I tried not for them to have any void, you know, because I was looking at the finance. As soon as one woman goes, the other woman comes, you know, blah, blah, blah. And during that time, it was Tony Blair's time, and they have a deputy prime minister office, and they've made Women's Aid strategic at first, you know, when this man beat the women, the police will say, oh, this is go home and sort it yourself.
Wow.
But now it's strategic. So and then the salaries, they have to fundraise their salary. But during Tony Blair's time, this deputy prime minister office was paying our salary, Women's Aid salary. So it's not like a charity they are going to fundraise for their salaries. I worked so hard. I was doing the women's, the ladies, the frontline ladies. I was helping them. Because my accountancy work is, you know, even I have to, I started with Enfield Women's Aid, the Hammersmith Women's Aid. I was doing this 2 Women's Aid because it was nothing to me. It was very, very boring. So I was helping the women, looking for one built